Hello students, in the previous class we have discussed about the D block elements and their properties. Yes or no? So based upon the D block elements only, we are going to discuss coordination compounds. So coordination compounds is also known as complex compounds. So generally what is coordination compounds? So coordination. In the name itself we are saying here coordination. Coordination means what? Some understanding should be there between two atoms or two ligands. So whatever we are taking, there should be some understanding. For example, if you are taking two persons, then what is how if you are speaking with one matter, if another person is speaking with other matter, so means what? There is no coordination. So if you both are speaking with one matter, there is a coordination. So how many people, if there is also the person, that many people should obey the that one person, means what? Here everyone should coordinate. So coordination compounds here is nothing but here the addition compounds the addition compounds which do not lose their identity in solution are called coordination or complex compounds. So means what here? Addition compounds which do not lose their identity in solution. If you are taking a solution, the compounds what you are adding, they should not lose their nature. They should be in the same nature. That one we call it as what here? Coordination or complex compounds. So if they lose their identity, so means what? The addition compounds which lose their identity in solution are called double salts. Whenever it is losing their identity, we call it as double salts. So here for double salts we can take it at example as KCl dot MgCl2 dot 6H2O. This is, we call it as carnallite. Okay, so this is the salt, we call it as carnallite. So they lose their identity, they lose their nature. So that's why we call it as double salts. If you have been seen, it is having two salts also. One is potassium chloride, another one is magnesium chloride. Okay, so this is nothing but coordination compounds, this is nothing but double salts. So here the coordination compound generally contain a central metal atom which is surrounded by number of oppositely charged ions or neutral molecules more than its valency. Okay, have you understood? So means what here? Generally the coordination compounds contain a central metal atom or ion. Okay, ion which is surrounded by a number of oppositely charged ions or neutral molecules more than its normal valency, we can say. Okay. So means what here, if you take one atom, if I'm taking COCl3, okay, so CO is a central atom, Cl3 is a negatively charged atom. So means what, Cl3 is having valency and CO is also having valency. So the Cl minus is surrounding the atom of the cobalt. Okay, so this is the meaning of this. And also property of these compounds are completely different from its constant ions or molecules, we can say here. Okay, so what we can say here, the properties of these elements, the properties of these compounds are completely different from its constituent ions or molecules, we can say. So if you are taking transition metal ion which form complexes, they have small size, high nuclear charge and vacant d orbitals. Yes or no? So but coming to here, these are very different. Okay, so means what here, transition metal atoms or ions, they will form a large number of compounds, so in which they are bounded to central metal atom or ion. Okay, so here coming to here, these are represented as, the coordination compounds are represented as square brackets. Generally we are saying as the coordination compounds are represented as square brackets. Okay, so let us take example here, Pt NH3 twice Cl2. Okay, so this indicates that this is a coordination compound, so this indicates what here, square bracket. So this indicates a coordination number. This NH3 and Cl2 indicates ligand. Okay, so this is nothing but central metal atom. So everything we are going to discuss definition wise. So now let us see first of all Werner's theory. Let us discuss first of all what here, Werner's theory. Werner, Alfred Werner, a scientist in 1913, he discovered about the formation of complexes. Okay, so here in 1913 what he had is, Alfred Werner, a scientist, he explained about the structure of the coordination compounds. Alfred Werner in 1913 explains about the structure of coordination compounds. So by this, according to him, what he says means, every complex compound has a central metal atom or ion, and it consists of two types of valencies. The central metal atom consists of two types of valencies. One is primary valency, another one is secondary valency. What he says, every complex compound has a central metal atom or ion. Okay, so this central metal atom has two types of valencies. this metal, what happens? It possesses two types of valencies. One is primary valency, another one is secondary valency. Okay, so now let us see about primary valency. So what is first one? We are going to discuss about here. First one is primary valency. So what is primary valency here? So generally primary valency is nothing but here. This is equal to oxidation state of metal, we can say. So these are satisfied by negative ions. So these are non-directional and it undergoes only ionization. So here this is shown by dotted lines in Werner structure. Okay. So what we can say? Primary valency. This is equal to oxidation state of the metal. First of all, we can say here this is equals to oxidation state of metal. Okay, and coming to here, this valency, these valencies are satisfied by negative charge negative ions, and this valency is also non-directional, we can say, which is not in one direction, and it will takes place ionization. These are represented by dotted lines. So what is primary valency? Which is equals to oxidation state. For example, if I have been taking CO plus 3, so it is having 3. Okay, so these are equals to oxidation state, and it is non-directional. It is not in one direction. It can go through any direction, and it is represented by dotted lines. Okay, so these are mainly negative ions, primary valencies. So this is nothing but primary valency. Coming to secondary valency here. Opposite of the primary valency, we can say here. Coming to secondary valency is nothing but what? Valency is equals to coordination number of. This is equal to coordination number we are having, equal to the coordination number of central metal atom or ion, we can say. Okay, so these are satisfied by negative, positive and neutral molecules. So these are directed in fixed positions only. Okay, and this does not undergo ionization, we can say. These are shown by thick lines, we can say. What we can say here? These valencies satisfied by negative, positive and neutral ions, directional in fixed phase, and does not undergo ionization, represented by thicker lines. So this is nothing but secondary valency. Coming to primary valency, what happens? It is equal to oxidation state, satisfied by negative and non-directional. Coming to this one, what here? It will occupy complete positive, negative, neutral molecules also it will take. It is equal to the coordination number of central metal ion, we can say. So which is represented by declines, we can say. So these are the two valences. So generally every metal will satisfy both primary and secondary valencies. Some negative ions may satisfy both type of valencies also, we can say. Okay, so here the molecules are ions which is bounded to central ion through secondary valency. That one we call it as ligand, we can say. So means what? Secondary valency means what? Either positive or negative. So means the ligands means what? The donor atoms or acceptor electrons. The donor atoms will donate electrons to the central metal atom, which is known as ligand, we can say here mainly. So what we can say here by this, the molecules means every metal has a tendency to satisfy both its secondary primary valencies. Okay, so every metal has a tendency to satisfy both second and primary valences, we can say. So some negative ions, some negative ions may satisfy both type of valences, we can say. So means what here? The second, whatever central metal atom we are taking, it will satisfy what here? Both primary and secondary valences. So some of the negative ions, what I have told you, it will satisfy both type of valences, we can say. So by this, what we can say here, the molecules or ions, if you are taking here, the molecules are ions bonded to central metal through secondary valency. So which is bonded to central metal atom, the molecules or ions we are taking. So it should be through secondary valencies. That one we call it as ligand, we can say. So secondary valence is nothing but what here? Secondary valency is nothing but what is secondary valency? We have discussed here. Secondary valency is nothing but what here? Which is equal to coordination number. Okay. So here it is equal to coordination number of the metal, and also it is having negative positive neutral molecules which is directed in fixed phase. They do not undergo ionization. So these are shown by thick lines. So whatever molecules we are taking, that should be the ligand, means it is bonded to central metal atom. Okay, have been observed. So here if you are taking binary compounds which is having primary valency, and if you are taking series of compounds, it is having both primary and secondary valency. So some of the chloride ions could be precipitated. So when you are taking chloride ions, it should be precipitated as AgCl on adding excess silver nitrate solution in cold solution, but some remained in solution. Okay, so if you have been taking examples, now let us discuss one example here. I'm taking COCl3.6NH3. Okay, so coming to here, CO, if you are taking here, how to find oxidation state? So this is the X molecule, 3 into -1. Okay, so nitrogen is having 6 into 0. So there is no, ammonia is having 0 oxidation state. So it is not having what here? It is not having any charge. That's why I get 0. So here if you take x minus 3 is equals to 0, x is equals to plus 3. So CO what we have got? CO we got plus 3 is the oxidation state. So now what I have told you, the primary valence is equals to oxidation state of the central metal atom. So CO we got oxidation state +3. So how many chlorine atoms it is there? 3Cl. So this is about primary valency. So next what I have told you, the central metal atom means the secondary valency is equals to what? Coordination number of central metal atom or metal ion we can say. So means what? The coordination number is having how many? 6 we are having. So this is also equals to central metal atom. So now I am taking CO +3. So this is a NH3 is nothing but secondary valency. Okay. So here 6Cl3 we are taking. Okay. So 6NH3 molecules which is represented by dark lines. Now I am taking Cl minus lines. Okay, so this satisfies what? Cl minus will satisfy primary valency and 6NH3 molecule satisfying how many? Secondary valencies. Okay, so here Cl minus indicates primary valency, NH3 indicates secondary valency. How we are indicating secondary and primary? Primary is nothing but dotted lines, secondary is nothing but thick lines if you have been observed. So means CO +3 is a central metal atom. So what is a ligand? The electrons which is donating to means the secondary valence is whatever we are taking, it is donating to what here? It is donating to central metal atom. It is bonded by central metal atom. We call it as ligand here. Okay, so this is one of the example. So I have told you that negative ion can satisfy both primary and secondary valency also. Yes or no? So it can satisfy both its primary and secondary valency also. So we let us take example as COCl3 dot 5NH3. Okay, so when I'm taking 5NH3 here, so CO will be having same charge +3. So here 5NH3 molecules, three, four, five. So one chlorine molecule I'm taking here. Here one chlorine molecule. So one of the chlorine will satisfy both primary and secondary valency. So here which is in thick lines, we have told that 5NH3 molecules will be secondary valency. Coming to 3 chlorine atoms. In 1 chlorine atom, what happens here is showing thick line and also dotted lines. So means what? It satisfies both primary and secondary valency. Remaining 2 chlorine atoms, what it shows? It shows only primary valency. If you have been taking COCl3, 4NH3, it will show 2 secondary valency and 2 primary valencies of chlorine atoms and 1 primary valency. Remaining 4 will be secondary valency. Like this, it will explain about the primary and secondary valencies of Werner's theory. Okay, so this is nothing but Werner's theory postulates as we have discussed up to now. So we are having generally he could not explain perfect shape. Limitations we are having. What are the limitations we can say here? Okay, so Werner's could not explain the relation between electronic configuration of element and its valency. Yes or no? If you have been observed here, he could not explain the electronic configuration relation and also its valency also. Outermost electrons also he could not explain. And also he could not say about the colors of the complex compounds, and also he could not explain about the magnetic properties of the complexes. He could not explain perfect shapes also. if you have been observed. Okay, so this is nothing but limitations here. What are the limitations we can say here? Werner could not explain the relation between electronic configuration of element and its valency. Okay, and also he could not explain color and also magnetic properties of complexes, we can say. He could not explain color and magnetic properties of complex compounds. Okay, so this is nothing but what here. So these are the limitations of the Werner's series. In the next class we can see what is coordination number, what is central metal atom ligand. Let us discuss the terms. Okay, thank you.